Hello, everybody. My name is Thor Young, and I'm a moderator at Bear Bull Traders, and I would like to do a recap for you on my trades today. I only traded two tickers today, DKNG and NIO. I used a different strategy on both, so I'd kind of like to go through those with you today. Also, take a little bit of a moment to just kind of jump into again more of the simplicity of trading and how to make sure you're focusing on key identifiers and levels. So in the past few sessions, I think probably most of you have noticed that my reoccurring theme falls around using significant levels like the opening price or yesterday's high or close. The reason I like these levels are because these levels are less malleable, if you will, than most other things like averages and things that kind of move around as the stock goes. And these give me firm areas to look for certain things that I expect to happen. And if those things happen, then I can take trades based upon the response to those levels. Now, these levels are significant for a major reason, which is historical price. Right? Value and price across historical levels is valid in the present and even the future. Why? Because price was honored there. And because we all use the same charts, we all use similar trading styles, we all use similar indicators, these value areas can carry forward because these participants are still involved in the market even today. Right, so the first trade I have was on DKNG. As you can see, I'm still holding a small position in it, but I've gotten most of it off after doing an ad here as it broke through this daily level. Now, the trade that I was doing on DKNG was a transition from a daily level to another daily level. So when I'm trading, I'm generically looking for an intraday play, and I'm trying to generically swing the range of the dailies, right? From a daily low to a new daily high, or as they break or fail those daily levels. So what you can see here is we have this level that's marked through here, which is basically this pre-market level that really stood out to me, especially off of the, you see right here, coming back through here, especially on the 5-minute, you'll notice where this 5-minute bar, right, these had opened, right, and then closed much lower. So having it open and then consistently drop from that area is a little bit of a clue that we've got some resistance there. So if we break and claim that resistance, then that's a really good indication that we're going to at least attempt to squeeze, right? Because you're going to have shorts coming in from up here. And then, of course, bids are going to go in long there as well as an initiation for the move up. So as you can see on the 5-minute, we sold off back through S4, came back, held the daily level, and broke up. That's really good for us. My entry was off of the 1-minute. So you can see here, we sold off, came here, got back above this daily level, right? And then broke above that pre-market level. I went long there, used the loss of my candle. And then I took a partial here at S4 on my pivots, which you can't see because the data's messed up because of daylight savings time. So I had actually adjusted this earlier, but if you have this issue with your cam points, go in here to your data config. So that's right click data config and change this from 2 to 3 days. What that'll do is pull in some extra data, and then that'll bring your cam points in here. So you can see here my first partial was at S3, and then we moved up and I took a partial here as I could notice the price was exhausting a bit. And then we pushed up some key partials, and then I did a little add and rolled it up, and it looks like we're still, trending up a bit, which is great for me. Next trade was NIO, and this is really my pride and joy. I only did 2 tickers today, but I really love this trade. So one thing that I've really been doing in this market that's been helping me tons is by being a little bit patient with some of these highly liquid stocks that are really in look right now, right? Like NIO, XPEV, PLTR, Tesla, Apple. Any of these really big stocks, I like to let them sell off for a little bit before I start evaluating them for a transitional type position. Now, one thing I want you to notice on NIO, as NIO sold off, right, it kind of established this little support area and then broke through. But when it broke through, we didn't get like an insane amount of volume for NIO, right? NIO trades, 250,000 to 500,000 shares all the time. So it's really not unusual to see NIO rolling through at 500,000 shares. And when I see it break this level, I really expect to see a little bit more action as a reaction to that. So it kind of got me looking at it and thinking, maybe we're not going to sell off. And then I kind of got my better indicators, which is every time we reached for pre-market low and S3, which is my cam point, but notice how we have pre-market low there. Every time we reach down, we're getting bought off of it, right? Bottom side wicks. Even here, we're actually having bottom side wicks. It does seem like there's quite a bit of buying pressure on this stock, even though it's kind of downtrending a little bit. But now notice, as soon as we make this hammer here, I get a new 5-minute high, so I go ahead and take my long, and I just use the loss of this area right here, right around 44.65. Now, I could have played it a little more conservative, and I actually could have put it completely below like 44.50, which there was plenty of top side here to make that come to fruition. But when these work for me generically, if this rolls over and breaks this little mini support area, it normally goes a little lower, so I'd rather just stop out and then catch it once it bounces again. And then notice here, we're also kind of setting this level, challenging my trending average, which is the 20 EMA. Sure enough, we pop up through there, go like that, and then boom, we make that big push. Partial at 2-to-1, a little over 2-to-1 actually, which was nice. And then I started ticking off some small percents as we go up now. And I'm holding on to NIO as we speak now. I'm looking to see if it's going to go up here and try and claim R3. If it can get above R3, I may try and add once we're above $46. But right now, we're so close to the opening price and previous daily levels, I don't see a lot of value at trying to add right now, especially with the lowered consolidating volume. So I really need to see more volume come in, and I need to see us claim another level higher before I'm going to be willing to add into this thing. So those are my two trades, DKNG and NIO. Hope everyone found those enjoyable. Certainly, I found it enjoyable. If you did like what you're seeing here, one thing you'll notice is that I'm using really obvious and key levels, right? Pre-market low, S3. These things are readily available. If you need help identifying them, come by the pre-market show with Carlos and Norm. All right, those guys go through and they pick out the good stocks, the good levels, and they really make sure that you know where to be focusing your attention for the day, right? And if you happen to like this video, if you could kindly throw me a like and subscribe to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. So I hope everybody has a fantastic day, also a fantastic rest of your trading week, and as always, keep it green. Thank you.